Hi everyone, and welcome to this video, which is going to be a very different video to what I normally do. And this one is going to be all about my fantastic day at the amazing, unforgettable Doctor Who experience in Olympia in London. Now in this video I'll be showing you loads of pictures that I took there, and let's get started. Now when we got into the building which has the Doctor Who experience inside, we did have to stand in a waiting room for a bit, but this waiting room wasn't just a dull grey one. It was a really big one which was filled with displays of outfits and props from some of the episodes of Series 5, such as The Beast Below, Victory of the Daleks, Cold Blood and The Hungry Earth, and also The Vampires of Venice. Now the Beast Below display featured the outfits of the Winders and Hawthorne, and also the outfit and mask of Liz 10. You can see a background image of the Starship UK behind them. And the next display that I came across after that was the Victory of the Daleks one, which featured a Dalek Ironside with the cabinet war rooms in the background. Also next to that Ironside was this prop from Victory of the Daleks. I'm not sure what it is, but please just let me know in the comments section below if you know what it is. And yep, this is a really nice little display. It was great to see a Dalek Ironside with my own eyes. And there were lots of kids posing by it for pictures with their mums and dads. And then there was this interesting sketch of the Crephaeus that we saw in Vincent and the Doctor, which I think is definitely one of my favourite episodes of Doctor Who. It was a really unique and interesting historical episode. Anyway, moving on, the next display was a display of props and various objects from The Hungry Earth and Cold Blood. This included the experiment chair that Amy and Elliot's father sat on during the end of The Hungry Earth and also the start of Cold Blood, I believe. And there was also this really interesting set of goldfish bowl-like things containing various plants. Now, I don't remember seeing these in the episodes, but I'm sure they were in there somewhere. And also on this display there were two Silurian transport discs, and the one on the right appears to have one of the cracks in time. Now, I only noticed this when I was looking back through the pictures last night, and I think it is quite spooky and quite interesting at the same time. And then I saw the Vampires of Venice display, which featured the outfit of Rosanna Calvieri. Now, this in my opinion is just a really interesting outfit. I really like it. It's really nice and colourful, and I really like that big gold neck thing that it has. And the Vampires of Venice display also featured the outfits that the vampire girls wore during that episode. And after looking at the Vampires of Venice display, I entered the experience. Now, we weren't allowed to take any pictures in this bit of the experience, so there isn't going to be any pictures of the experience in this video. But I will tell you now, it is unforgettable. It really is. Some of you will already know that it has been mentioned in a lot of places that you do step into the Series 5 TARDIS console room. Now, that is true, but it is really quite small compared to the one in the show, because I guess due to limits with spacing in the actual building, they've had to make it quite small. But it still looks absolutely fantastic, and stepping inside it just feels amazing. It really makes you feel like you're experiencing something that would happen in the world of Doctor Who. And the rest of the experience was also absolutely brilliant, but I'm not going to spoil it for you, and I will say that it lasted half an hour though. And then, after leaving the fantastic experience, we entered the exhibition. We can see here this display of Radio Times front covers from the past and present. This poster here shows you all the different Doctor Who ones from 1964 up until the present day. It's really interesting to see how the Radio Times has changed so much over the years. And I know that Doctor Who has been featured on Radio Times quite a lot, so it was nice to see all the Doctor Who Radio Times covers all together. And then just in front of that display there was the Pandorica. Now I'm not sure whether this was the one that was used in the show. It might just be a replica, but it really did look a lot like the one from the Pandorica Opens and the Big Bang. And the big disc things in the middle were actually lit up green like they were in the episodes, and there were lots of people standing by it for pictures. And then moving on, we came across the outfits for each and every Doctor. Now, there was just one outfit for each Doctor, and here are some pictures of them. You will notice that the Fifth Doctor's outfit doesn't feature the celery, but I guess they probably could put a real celery on it, because otherwise it will just get mouldy and probably shrivel up and fall off. But it still looked really nice though, and it was great to see all the outfits of each Doctor with my own eyes instead of just looking at them through the TV screen in my living room. And next to the outfit display, well, in front of the outfit display, was this amazing mannequin of the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith. And in my opinion, it looks so much like him. You can just see from these pictures here how detailed it is, how much like him it looks. I think myself that it really does look a lot like him, and I found it a bit creepy, to be honest, but it was great sort of having the 11th Doctor in front of you, and you can just see by the pictures how much work has gone into this. And we can see that also next to the Matt Smith mannequin there is a 2010 TARDIS. And after taking some pictures of the 11th Doctor mannequin, I came across this nice set of Sonics and gadgets from Doctor Who. Here we have some of the Doctor's sonic screwdrivers, such as the 3rd Doctor sonic screwdriver, the 11th Doctor sonic screwdriver, the 8th Doctor sonic screwdriver, I think, and also the 10th Doctor's damaged sonic screwdriver from the 11th hour. And after looking at some of the Doctor's gadgets, we stumbled across two very creepy looking Cybermen. Now, one of them was just a standard Cyberman, whereas the other was the even creepier looking Cyber Controller from the Age of Steel in Series 2. And after that, we walked into a fantastic part of the exhibition, which featured two TARDIS console rooms, the outfits of all of the companions from the new series, and also 3 Time Lord outfits. Here we have the console room of the 9th and 10th Doctors. Now, I think this is actually the one they used in the show, and it looked absolutely brilliant. It was all lit up. You could look at the gadgets close up. You couldn't fiddle with them, but you could just see them close up. And standing inside it felt absolutely brilliant. I never thought that I would be standing in that same console room when I watched the show for the first time in 2005. But just standing inside it then felt absolutely brilliant. And I took lots of pictures of it while I was there. And also in that part of the exhibition were 3 Time Lord outfits, as I said before, one of which was the interesting outfit of Rassilon from the End of Time, a outfit of one of the normal Time Lords from the End of Time, and also Professor Yana's outfit from Utopia in Series 3. And then I saw the outfits of most if not all, of the companions from the new series. Here are some pictures of them. And after looking at the outfits of the companions, I came across another TARDIS console room, but this one was the 1980s TARDIS console room, which we saw with the 5th, 6th and 7th Doctors. Now, this was all up and working with lights and sounds. Actually, I don't know if it did have any sounds, but I think I remember it being lit up and the time rotor going up and down. And then I saw the exterior of the 4th Doctor's TARDIS, which looked absolutely fantastic, with the Melker next to it, which I believe was the Master's TARDIS in the episode Castrovalva. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And after taking a look at the Doctor's beautiful TARDISes, I came across the Doctor's deadliest enemy, Davros and the Daleks. Here are some pictures of them. And then I came across 3 Sontarans, which were 2 from the classic series and 1 from the new series. And nearby was the really tall and rather quite menacing K1 robot from the 4th Doctor's first story, which I believe was in the early 1970s. Please correct me if I'm wrong once again. And then we entered the Monster Zone, which featured a Ice Warrior, a Zygon, Novice Haim, and the Gas Mask Zombies. And there was also a Scarecrow from Series 3, a Pig Slave from Series 3, a couple of Hath, the Autons, a Jadoon, and also the Ood. And after escaping the power of the Doctor's deadly enemies, I came across the BBC Wales art room, which featured lots of artwork for various things in Doctor Who, and also eagle-eyed collectors may have noticed that on the shelf in the top left of the room, there is what is possibly the unreleased Genesis of the Daleks figure set. Now, there was definitely this guy sitting on top, the Michael Wisher Davros figure. So we know that there's a Genesis Davros figure now. But also on that shelf were 2 Genesis Daleks, which look like this, and also what may be a new Tom Baker variant. It looks like a hatless version of the Sontaran Experiment 4th Doctor figure, and unfortunately, because he had fallen over and he was facing a different way, I couldn't see his face. So he might have been smiling, or he just might have had a solemn face. I don't know, but it was really great to see the Genesis Davros figure, and hopefully we'll see it in the shops sometime in the future. But we don't know what's going to go on with that, though, at the moment. And after that, I saw a big scary green Slovene, a interesting thing about the making of the Doctor Who theme tune, and then this interesting display of objects from the 2010 Christmas special, a Christmas Carol. And then we went into the really nice shop, which was filled with lots of different merchandise, like books, DVDs, figures and lots of other stuff, and I got the Tortured Wave 2 Ianto Jones figure, which I hope to review soon. And that is pretty much it for all of the pictures that I have. And overall, I think the Doctor Who experience was absolutely amazing, and I think that any and every Doctor Who fan should go there at some point, whenever they can, because it is really unforgettable. Out of 5 stars, I would give it 4.5 stars, because there were so many things that I liked about it, but I do think it would have been better if there was some more exhibits, like perhaps maybe more monsters from Series 5, like the Silurians and maybe the Sea Devils, but apart from that, it was one of the best attractions I've ever been to, and I just really think you should go. And thanks for watching this video, YouTubers. I hope you've all enjoyed watching it, and I plan to do my next figure review sometime soon, which will be of the single-carded Underhenge Stone Dalek. Thanks for watching, YouTubers, and I shall see you again in another video.